I have conducted paranormal investigations at locations in Maine. Some of these investigations never made it to video. There is no evidence captured that would suggest a location was haunted. I keep a list of the most haunted locations in Maine. One location, of course this is just speculation that it's haunted, the Stephen King house in Bangor. There are those who believe the Stephen King house is haunted. This is how he is inspired to write his novels. Unfortunately, there has never been a paranormal investigation done at the house that would answer the question, is the house truly haunted? There's no way we could conduct an investigation inside the house, and I felt there is no point in asking. We'll conduct the investigation outside the house. Will spirits respond? I believe and have experience. If a building is haunted, if spirits really want to talk, they will meet you outside the location. A few years ago, we did an investigation at the former Harvey Funeral Home in Carmel. There were claims this location is haunted. Before I knew who the owner of the building was, I conducted an investigation out front. If this location is haunted, maybe spirits will come out and talk. So this is the old Harvey Funeral Home. Is there anybody here, please? I wasn't there 10 minutes. I heard a loud voice of a female next to me. Hello? What's your name? Alright, I'm going to do what's called a spirit box session. It's a device I turn on, and if you talk to me, I'll be able to hear you clearly. Once again, another loud voice comes from behind me. I can't see nothing. I mean nothing. My name's Kent. Can anybody tell me your name, please? If the Stephen King house is haunted, will spirits come out as well? As soon as we pull out the cameras, a Stephen King tour bus arrives. We hold off on the investigation. We stood a few feet away from the crowd of people and take video shots of the house. Before I hit record on the camera, we hear a disembodied voice of a female right next to us. I turn around and look to make sure nobody was standing close to us. As soon as I look at Michael, he said he heard the voice of a woman. I quickly hit record on the camera. While the tour guide lady is talking to the crowd of people about the history of the Stephen King house, nobody else was talking. We hear the disembodied voice of a female right next to us again. The camera captures her voice.
is still private property. It's also filmed on. It is still private property. It's also filmed on. Also filmed.
We were astonished by what we heard. The ghost of a female quickly responding to us outside the Stephen King house. We wait for the tour bus to leave. Then we set up the cameras and start recording. While I'm setting up one of the cameras, with nobody around, again I hear another disembodied voice of a female. There's still a lot of traffic driving by, but I'm going to ask if anyone is here and if they can verify who they are. Is there anybody here at the Stephen King house? And if you're here, can you tell me your name, please? Hello? I know I've heard somebody here before. I'm just curious if you're here now. We do a short spirit box session in the car in hopes to get an idea what's going on. Do you know who Stephen King is? Alright. Do any of you stay within that house right there in front of us? Does your spirit stay there? Before we could ask questions to verify if the house is haunted, a female spirit greets us at the front of the house.
It is still private property. It's also filmed on.
She wants us to know she is here. I didn't know the history of the house. After doing some research, I find out the Stephen King house has been vacated. The Kings no longer live at or stay in the house. Is this why the EVP captured of the male spirit says, "I miss them"? Do these spirits want someone to listen to them? Are these spirits waiting for the Kings to return? A spirit verified they do stay at the house. Do any of you stay within that house right there in front of us? Then I learned Stephen King's daughter's name is Naomi. Based on what we experienced during our short visit, we concluded there's definitely something going on at this location. We make plans to visit the house at night. If the Stephen King house is truly haunted, there are certain signs we'll be looking for. Will spirits intelligently respond to our questions? Will they respond to us by use of electronic devices in an intelligent manner? If there are multiple spirits, will they stay on the same subject related to Stephen King? And a classic sign there is a haunting, will any spirits ask for help? Is there anybody here with us by chance? Hello? I know I heard you here the other day. My name's Kent. My son Michael's with me. Remember us? Are you here? Hello? Do any of your spirits stay in this house? We're just curious if any of your spirits stay here. Can you guys hear us? Are you here at the Stephen King house? Alright, so this REM pod and temperature deviation is being affected. Hello? Does that mean you're here? Do you stay at this house? What's your name? My name's Kent. Do you know who Stephen King is? Stephen King is? Do you know who Stephen King is? Take that as a yes. Can you back off from that, please? Alright, there is an intelligence here.
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's... What?
Are you verifying that you are intelligent? It's changing the tones.
Can you come back to this device over here?
Is that you playing at the REM pod? Can you verify your name to us, please? Who's here with us? Tell me about Naomi. Why'd you bring Naomi up? What's going on with Naomi?
Is there anyone here that wants to speak with me? My name's Michael.
It's both devices going off at the same time. Are you using these devices to talk with us? Or are you just letting us know that you're here? Are they alternating back and forth?
They're going back and forth. Yep.
Touching one to the other?
Yep. Sometimes at the same time. Sometimes at the same time.
Do you spirits talk with Stephen King?
Is there anybody here that lived in this house generations ago? Do you haunt this house? If you lived here, what's your name, please? Can you hear me? Yeah? Hello? Hi. Is this house really haunted? Give us any information that would be helpful understanding why this house would be haunted. Is there anything you want to tell us? Talk to us about? Now's your opportunity. Talk to me, guys. What haunted Stephen King in his dreams? What was that about? Yeah, I'm here. What's going on? You need help? Do you go to Stephen King for help? Tell me about Stephen King. If you guys are around here, why do you stay around him? Help. I take still shots of the front yard. Right after I take the still shot, a strange voice could be heard. Once again, after I take another still shot, a voice can be heard, this time of a child. This is weird. Is it sprinkling?
I don't think so.
I took pictures before, now there's all kinds of crap in there. Dust in the air.
Huh. Oh, aren't those infrareds messing with it?
No? You hear that?
Yeah, that was weird.
I didn't know much about Stephen King before or during this investigation. I don't waste time looking into the history of the person or place unless there is activity captured that would justify spending the time doing research. Before the investigation, I did read an article Stephen King had a very troubling dream about his daughter, Naomi. But the article didn't mention what the dream was about, and this dream haunted him for many years. Spirits at the Stephen King house are intelligent. They are aware the Kings moved out of the house. And I get the impression some of these spirits are upset about this. When I asked what haunted Stephen King in his dreams, these spirits knew about this. They mentioned a girl. What haunted Stephen King in his dreams? The name Naomi comes up. Found her grave and what's left, and Naomi comes up again. Spirits confirm Naomi was killed. What really boggled my mind, a female spirit says, helped Rachel. How did these spirits know about Rachel? Hearing the names Naomi and Rachel during this investigation takes me back to the encounters I had with the two sisters, Naomi and Rachel in Carmel. Both died tragically. This prompted me to do more research into Stephen King, and I have what some may say an off-the-wall theory about Stephen King's nightmare related to his daughter Naomi. During this research, I found Stephen King lived in Herman, Maine for some time. Herman is a town that connects to Carmel. There's no doubt Stephen commuted through Carmel many times and has likely drove past the Lamb House on many occasions. When I encountered the sisters, Naomi and Rachel, they were desperate for someone to hear what really happened to them. Is it possible, even in passing, these spirits saw something in Stephen King? Did they come to him in hopes he would hear their stories? Was Stephen King subconsciously aware of the murder of Naomi Mitchell in 1912, but in his dreams he interpreted this as his daughter Naomi being murdered? Was he also subconsciously aware of Rachel as well? Is it possible Stephen King knowingly or unknowingly has a connection to the spirit realms? Is this where his inspiration comes from writing novels? In the Stephen King miniseries, Storm of the Century, a demonic entity comes to a town in Maine seeking the souls of the children from the parents. Portions of this series was filmed at Southwest Harbor, Maine. Not knowing the story behind the series, a lady from Southwest Harbor contacts me about encounters she's having with demonic entities at her home. After conducting a long investigation, we learn a demonic entity was targeting her daughter. There's no doubt this entity was wanting the girl's soul and was trying to break the mother down to give up her daughter. After this investigation, I watched Storm of the Century and my jaw literally dropped. There was a lot of similarities between the series and what actually took place at the Southwest Harbor house. Of all places, why did Stephen King or the producers choose Southwest Harbor to film this series? It's possible Stephen King has a spiritual insight into what's going on in the spirit realms. After conducting the investigation in front of his house, I have concluded it's possible Stephen King may have had supernatural insight into the stories behind Naomi and Rachel from Carmel. You may say this is total speculation. I would have agreed, but then something really caught my attention. I have learned when doing investigations of the supernatural, there are always numbers, dates, and names that will connect to the investigation and confirm the connection. Stephen King's daughter's name is Naomi Rachel King.